Good morning.
So there's a dog. Station Jim. He died suddenly in his harness on the platform on the evening of 1896.
What?
1896.
I've been there for...
1896.
I've been there that long?
You're 1896? What the? Anyways, we are off to London again. That's what we keep doing lately. And we are off to a fashion and beauty and lifestyle event, which is the Social City London event. So we're really excited that we've been invited because we want to get in more with fashion and beauty because we need to reps the femmes.
Amen, sister.
And that's all. Whitney is ill.
Always ill.
I'm dragged her along, bless her. She's ill. Always ill. Little American picking up all the germs. Love you. Have we got loads?
Yeah, it keeps on printing. One sec, I need to keep up.
Oh no. Sorry. Oh. Right, brilliant. We'll just give out a million of us. Wow, you know, have it out to the family.
Can you just hold them for a
sec?
Sorry.
Okay, we didn't do this. We didn't push these buttons.
No, it is your fault, don't worry.
Stop, you've got a million.
Yeah, they're cute.
I think she still works with one guy from Love and
Hi, it's not. It's kind of just printing off the same photo, like 100 still going.
the jewelry design.
I look at it as inspiration, but not as competition.
So make sure you're professional all the time to be yourself.
No one is like you or unique, so you all have a chance at success.
What to do? You want to start a YouTube channel, you want to turn it into, say, maybe not a full-time job, but still into something that will bring some kind of revenue. What is your advice?
Well, first of all, I think it's really important. I actually was inspired by someone who you might probably know. His name's Casey Neistat, and he has made a very good quote. Ideas are great, but execution is everything. And it's really important when you have an idea to actually apply it. When I started my YouTube channel, I was filming everything, and I was like, great. But I never actually got around to start editing, and that's when you need to really apply yourself.
Everyone is always, I am the same, everyone is always waiting for the perfect moment, that perfect treat when you're going to have that perfect view like in those ideal Instagram photos. But it's never that moment. We always, when we're in that moment, there's something different and we're overwhelmed. So the best is to just start. Whenever you get the idea, just start then. Starting is the hardest point. From there, it gets only easier because you get used to it, you start understanding what you need to film, what you need to photograph, and it's not about waiting and wasting time while you waiting for the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Everybody, Steph has the cutest little doggy with her. Look, baby, look.
Stephanie, who is a fashion influencer, TV personality, and now a fashion entrepreneur. First of all, and we love your cute dog.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I actually do think I can't really talk about many things, but this subject, I can definitely help. I do have a lot of great advice. I hate the word, but I would call myself a massive hustler. So a lot of people say, you know, throw a lot of darts at the board and whatever sticks, go with it. And then some people say, no, you can't put your hands in every bowl. You've got to choose one and go with that. So my brother, he likes to throw things everywhere. And I do too. And a lot of people say, you won't really be able to define a career. But if you've got a lot of passions, don't let people tell you anything that you cannot do. When I was on the hills, when it ended, I was working for E. I was the fashion correspondent for the Daily Time, and then that show got cancelled and they made E! News an hour long. So it used to be E! News was a half hour and then the Daily Time was a half hour. So that got cancelled, and after that, the hills was cancelled, and literally for 14 months, my phone did not ring. And I remember when I was filming the hills, I was like, oh, I'll do anything for my phone just to shut up. And I didn't use any of the opportunities that I had when I was on the hills. I remember I was just like, I will never ever let this happen again. I get all of my self-esteem through working. So that's why I moved to London, literally, to make a career for myself here, because LA was like, we're so bored of you. Bye, like, you know, we've got the Kardashians. If you're waiting for the right time, you're just gonna be waiting forever. I know that's like an Instagram meme, but it's so true.
That's exactly what we talked about earlier.
It's so true. So don't wait, you know, take the trip, go on that job interview. If you see a new businesses are the best. But any business that you want to be a part of, write your own proposal. I didn't use a lawyer, I didn't, you know, use an agent. I literally, on my like old laptop, just wrote the reasons, who I can give to, what I can bring to their brand, and why me out of everyone else. Now I've got Mimi London, I'm a designer, and I 1/3 of the company.
It doesn't harm other people. Give you power and energy and motivation.
I love that you just asked that. Literally 4 weeks ago, I was so depressed. I told my mom that I was just ready to quit everything and move back to Hawaii. I was just like, I feel like the amount of hours I was in all last night designing, I felt like I should be a fucking billionaire right now. Like, with all the time that I do. And I don't know if you guys have read the book, The Secret. I never read it because I was like, I get it, like, you put good vibes out, you get it. Like, duh, like, why am I gonna read a book? So 4 weeks ago, when I literally was so depressed, like, wasn't seeing my friends, actually being up, I read the book, and I really recommend it. Even though I thought I knew everything, there's so many things in there. Like, if you just start living like you are the most successful, if you start thinking that there's money in your bank account, even though you're borrowing money for rent, all of a sudden, a paycheck from years ago that was never mailed will arrive. I'm not like really, well, I'm spiritual, yeah. But I do honestly recommend reading that book. Also with relationships, it's very competitive, I get it. Everyone's out to screw each other. I cannot stress enough that that's exactly what you should not be doing. I really believe in karma, and I remember I hated Brody Jenner, and literally hated him, and I grew up with him, so it's okay. And I had all this energy of not liking him. I mean, all of a sudden he got his own show with E, and then, you know, there's just all this, like, the more energy I put into not liking him, the better he was doing. And I was like, what's going on? And my brother said to me, he goes, Steph, every time you hate someone, they fucking kill it. And it was so true, and I was like, ah. So, because I also really hated Kelly Osbourne, because she stole my boyfriend. So I really hated her, and then all of a sudden it was her and I up for Fashion Police after we'd beat out like 25 people, and I was like, oh, that bitch better not get it, like she really doesn't deserve it. And she got it. And my brother again was like, keep hating on people and they're gonna keep succeeding. So if you're jealous of someone, get rid of that. Get grateful instantly, and you know, start thinking about what you're gonna do.
I've lived here for 5 years, but I also used to live in Hawaii as well. And kind of off subject, but I just wanted to know how you're finding living in the UK. I
really love it. I love people. Yeah, I can't imagine ever living anywhere else. Maybe Hawaii, but it's the only way.
It doesn't really compare.
Yeah, London is the best city, especially for, you know, things that we all like to do.
Thank you.
I am Swiss-Italian with Russian origins, grew up in Lugano, moved to London a few years ago, and wherever to be acceptant and be inclusive of each other, because whoever's commenting on my pictures or on my content is looking at the same stuff and interested at the same stuff that I do, therefore we're all in this together. And that's a message that I always give. Another message is obviously my story and my path could inspire other women. And
What, babe? Love you. Love you. Oh no, well first we need to find some food and some coffee. I've hardly had any coffee today. Oh my god, hungry Megan. It was a really good day though, lots of inspirational women. Learned some tips and some advice.
So weird. Like your hair.
Stephanie Pratt was hilarious. perks of being a femme couple when you get 2 goodie bags. Some great stuff in there. Excited. It's really cool. They're going to be launching in shopping centres soon, where you pick out any picture and have it printed. You can have a picture of your own face printed onto artificial nails or your own nails. They are going to go down a storm. Look, and they even gave us LV ones.